Anna had been a courier for the Interstellar Postal Service for 3 years, and in that time she'd learned that the universe was full of strange customs. The Vendari always sniffed packages before accepting them. The crystalline Joth required deliveries to be left exactly 2.3 meters from their dwelling entrances. The aquatic Pelsians needed everything sealed in pressure-resistant containers. But nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared her for the cats. It started on Kepler 442b, humanity's oldest colony world in the Outer Rim. Anna was making her usual rounds through the residential district of New Singapore, her anti-grav cart floating behind her like an obedient pet. The colony was known for its feline population, thousands of cats descended from the original settler ships, now living semi-wild among the dome cities. Most people barely noticed them anymore. But as Anna stepped off the transit platform that morning, she felt it. A shift in the air, like static electricity before a storm. A tabby cat sat on a nearby wall watching her. As she walked past, it lowered its head until its chin touched the stone, ears flattened, eyes never leaving her face. The gesture was unmistakable, a bow. Anna stopped, frowning. Cats didn't bow. Cats barely acknowledged human existence unless food was involved. She continued walking. Another cat, this one a sleek black specimen, emerged from an alley. It too bowed, pressing its entire body low to the ground as she passed. Then another, and another. Within minutes, every feline in her path was performing the same ritual gesture of submission. "Weird," she muttered, checking her delivery schedule on her wrist-mounted holo display. 23 stops today, all routine. No time to worry about cat behavior. By the third stop, she couldn't ignore it anymore. A crowd of cats, at least 30, had gathered outside the residential tower. As she approached, they parted like a living curtain, each one bowing as she walked through. An elderly woman on the street stopped and stared. Have you always been able to do that?" the woman asked. "Do what? I'm just walking." "The cats, they're treating you like a queen." Anna quickened her pace, suddenly uncomfortable. She finished her route as quickly as possible, but the phenomenon didn't stop. Every cat everywhere, bowing. That evening she called David. David Chen was a xenobiologist stationed on Titan, specializing in cross-species communication patterns. He was also Anna's oldest friend, dating back to their academy days on Earth. If anyone could explain what was happening, it would be him. His face materialized in holographic projection above her comm unit, his dark hair slightly disheveled, as always. Behind him, Anna could see the ice-blue walls of his lab. "Anna, it's been months. Wait, you look stressed. What's wrong?" She explained everything. The bowing cats, the increasing numbers, the way they seemed to be tracking her movements throughout the colony. David's expression shifted from amused to fascinated to deeply concerned in the span of 30 seconds. "Anna, where are you right now?" "My apartment in New Singapore. Why?" "Are there cats outside?" She walked to her window. The street below was full of them. Hundreds of cats, all sitting in silent vigil, all facing her building. "Oh God," she whispered. "David, what's happening to me?" "I need you to think carefully. Have you been exposed to anything unusual recently? Any packages that leaked? Any deliveries to xenobiological research facilities?" Anna scrolled through her delivery logs from the past week. Most of it was routine, correspondence, supplies, personal items. Then she saw it. 3 days ago, I delivered a package to the Kepler Xenological Institute. It was marked biological sample, handle with extreme care. The seal was damaged when I picked it up from the orbital station. I reported it, but they said it had already been cleared by biosecurity. David's face went pale. What was the sender's location? Epsilon Eridani system, the research station orbiting. The 4th planet, the one the predecessor civilization used as a biological archive. David was already typing frantically on his console. "Anna, You need to listen to me very carefully. Cats aren't from Earth." "What? Of course they are. We brought them with us to the stars." "No." David pulled up a holographic display, showing a complex genetic map. "We thought we domesticated cats 10,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent. But 3 years ago, a team analyzing DNA from ancient cat remains found something impossible: genetic markers that don't match anything in Earth's evolutionary tree. Markers that match predecessor technology." Anna felt the room spin. The predecessors were a civilization that had vanished millions of years ago, leaving behind only ruins and mysteries scattered across a dozen star systems. "You're saying cats are, what, alien?" "Engineered by the predecessors. We think they were surveillance units, biological monitoring systems designed to integrate into developing civilizations. They spread across Earth naturally, became part of human culture, and we never questioned it because they'd been there for our entire recorded history." "But why? Why would an ancient alien civilization create cats?" "We don't know." The predecessors left behind biological archives, genetic libraries of species they'd engineered for purposes we still don't understand. That package you delivered, it probably contained predecessor genetic material. When the seal broke, you were exposed to something, a chemical marker, a pheromone, something that tagged you. Anna looked out the window again. More cats had arrived, thousands now. "Tagged me as what?" David hesitated. The predecessors had a hierarchical system. Every piece of technology they left behind shows evidence of strict command structures. If cats were their monitoring units, there would have been administrators, operators, someone the units would respond to and obey. "You think I've been marked as an operator? That's insane." "Is it? Look outside, Anna. Every cat in that colony is responding to you. And if this is happening on Kepler 442b. He didn't need to finish the sentence. Anna understood. Humans had spread across 200 worlds in the past 4 centuries, and they'd brought cats to almost all of them. Millions upon millions of cats, all potentially connected to some ancient network that had been dormant for eons. Her comm unit chirped, an emergency broadcast from the colony administrator. "All residents be advised. Unexplained animal behavior is being reported across all dome cities. Large gatherings of felines are occurring throughout New Singapore, New Mumbai, and Arc City. Authorities are investigating. Please remain calm and avoid contact with cat populations until further notice." Anna's hands were shaking. "David, what do I do?" "The research station where that package originated, they might have an antidote, something to neutralize the marker. But Anna," he paused, choosing his words carefully, "what if this isn't a malfunction? What if the predecessors left these systems in place for a reason? What if someone is supposed to activate them? For what purpose?" "I don't know, but the predecessors didn't do anything without reason. They engineered entire ecosystems, seeded worlds with life, left behind technology we still can't fully understand. If they created a network of biological surveillance units and a system to activate command authority over them." Anna thought about the cats below, about the way they'd bowed, not in aggression but in recognition, in acknowledgement of authority. "You think they left this as a tool for whoever came after them? Or for whatever threat they were preparing for?" That night Anna didn't sleep. She researched everything she could find about the predecessors, about their ruins, about the pattern of their settlements. One thing became clear: every world they'd terraformed, every system they'd touched showed evidence of defensive architecture. Structures designed to survive catastrophic events, warning beacons, bunkers, and biological monitoring networks. They'd been preparing for something, and somehow, accidentally, Anna had become connected to that preparation. 3 days later, as she stood in the Xenological Institute while researchers worked to synthesize a counteragent to the marker in her system, Anna looked at the scientist in charge. "Before you neutralize this," she said, I need to know something. Can you access the network? Can you see what the cats see?" The scientist, a gray-haired woman named Dr. Yamada, nodded slowly. "We've been trying. The neural patterns are incredibly sophisticated. With your permission, we could use your connection to interface with the network. But Anna, there are 2 million cats across human space. If you can see what they see, do it." The connection was overwhelming. Suddenly, Anna was in 2 million places at once, seeing through 2 million pairs of eyes, feeling through 2 million sets of senses. She could perceive things humans weren't meant to perceive: quantum fluctuations in space-time, the electromagnetic signatures of ships moving between stars, the slow, rhythmic pulse of something vast moving in the darkness between galaxies. And she understood. The predecessors hadn't vanished. They'd transformed, ascended to some higher state of existence. But before they left, they'd prepared their worlds for what was coming after. They'd left watchers, guardians, and a key that could activate them when the time was right. Anna opened her eyes, tears streaming down her face. "They're coming," she whispered. "Whatever the predecessors were afraid of, it's coming, and they left us a way to see it." David's voice crackled over the comm. "Anna, what did you see?" She looked at Dr. Yamada, then at the window where a single cat sat watching her with ancient, knowing eyes. "Everything," Anna said. "I saw everything, and now we have a choice to make." The courier from New Singapore had just become the most important human in the galaxy, and every cat in the Empire knew it.